Now we are discussing the third type of chemical reaction, that is displacement reaction. Okay, so what is a displacement reaction? Before studying displacement reaction, we have to recall something which we have studied before, that is reactivity series. You have studied it before in your 9th standard. Reactivity series, that is according to the order of reaction, some metals will be highly reactive, some other metals will be less reactive. Okay, as we know, gold, silver, etc. Those metals are very low, least reactive metals. Okay, but in the case of sodium, potassium, etc., we know if we put sodium in exposed with air, it will start burning. That's highly vigorously reactive metal, that is sodium. Okay, so there are, according to the chemical properties, the metals are reactive, some metals are less reactive. That is one more thing which you have to note down. When we are dealing with reactions or reactivity, it is depending upon the valencies of each element, that is the hands of each element, the valencies of each element. If it's having one valency, for example sodium, potassium, etc., the valencies are 1, sodium is 11, 2, 8, 1, potassium is 19, 2, 8, 8 and 1. So the valencies it's very eager to release its one electron, that's why they are highly reactive. Okay, and which are inert gases, the argon, neon, etc., krypton, the noble gases, they are very less reactive because they are stable. But these sodium, potassium, etc., when they are they are easily removing their electrons, outer electron, to form stable outer electronic configuration, so they are highly reactive. So reactivity should be clubbed with valency or the hands of each element. So when we are discussing the reactivity series, I'll just give a small refresh your ideas which you have studied before. That is the reactivity series. It is sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron, lead, copper, silver and iron. We know this silver, iron, etc., they are least reactive because gold universal, in the pure formula നമുക്ക് എന്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ കിട്ടുന്നത്, മൈൻ ചെയ്ത് എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ gold is present as the pure form, that is they are least reactive. So this is the reactivity series. Okay, so ഇതിൽ നിന്ന് ഈ ആദ്യത്തെ ഈ ഒരു ടേം നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എളുപ്പത്തിൽ പഠിക്കാൻ ഒരു ചെറിയ ടിപ്പ് തരാം. This is potassium, so that is K, and I am writing in Malayalam the things. Kanagamagal, potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium and aluminum. Kanagamagal, the first 5 reactivity order, Kanagamagal, potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium and aluminum. So if you note down this, if you know Kanagamagal, it's easier for us to remember. So idu അറിഞ്ഞാൽ ഈ ആദ്യത്തെ അഞ്ചാണ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എഴുതാം. Then it is zinc, ferrous, lead and copper. Zinc, ferrous, lead and copper. Okay, then silver and gold. So this is the reactivity series. Okay, so when we are discussing displacement reaction, this reactivity series is important for us, and this is not the complete order. There are elements in between these elements also, but in order to represent a gradual order, in order for us to get an idea of the reactivity order, we are representing these elements. There are elements in between zinc and ferrous, there are elements in between ferrous and lead, there are elements between lead and copper. Okay, but a representative order is this thing. Okay, now displacement reaction means a highly reactive metal displaces a low reactive metal in its salt solution. This is called displacement reaction. A highly reactive metal displaces a low reactive metal in its solution. Clear? Let's do the experiment, and after that you will be clear with the idea. Okay, for discussing the displacement reaction, first of all I have taken copper sulfate. I have taken copper sulfate solution. That means I have taken copper sulfate crystals and I have dissolved in water and it is blue in color, copper sulfate solution. Okay, so I am taking a portion of this copper sulfate solution into one test tube. I am taking a portion of this copper sulfate solution into a test tube. Clear? And first I am adding some iron filings or iron powder, ferrous iron powder into this. I am adding some iron powder into this. So I am adding it. I am keeping it for some time. I am shaking it. I am shaking it. I am keeping it for some time. At the same time, I am taking another portion. I am taking another portion and I am adding some zinc granule, zinc metal piece, zinc metal into this copper sulfate solution. It is zinc metal into this copper sulfate solution and I am shaking it. So what can you see from here? In both the cases, the color changes. The blue color of copper sulfate solution is changed into, it's once in one case it fades away and it fades away and it changes into green color. So I hope it's clear. The color is changing. The blue color is fading away in both the cases when we have added iron powder or zinc metal granules. Clear? So what is happening here? The copper ion from this copper sulfate is displaced by ferrous as well as zinc, which are highly reactive than copper. I hope this is clear. So as you have seen in the reaction, copper sulfate, listen, copper sulfate, this was blue in color, that solution was blue in color. Okay, and when we added iron filings or iron powder, what happens? The color of the copper sulfate turned into green color. So what happened there is, iron, if you are looking the reactivity series, iron is higher in order than copper. So what will happen? Iron will take the place of copper. This copper is present as what? Cu2 plus SO4 2 minus. Cu2 plus SO4, they have combined, their stable form was they have combined together, they have started relationships, the bond was formed and copper sulfate was formed between copper ion and sulfate ions. But when another person came, he is highly reactive than copper. So the sulfate ions will be preferring to stay with iron because they will be forming more stable compound. This is ferrous sulfate is more stable compound than copper sulfate. So what happens? He will kick out. This ferrous sulfate vanittu, this copper ions they will kick out copper ions and ferrous ions will take its position. That's what happened here. Okay, and the same case happened with when we put zinc into copper sulfate. When we put zinc into copper sulfate also, the blue color of the solution fades. Blue color fades. And zinc sulfate was formed because zinc is highly reactive than copper. So the zinc will kick out the copper ion and zinc will take its position and more stable zinc sulfate aqueous form. More stable zinc sulfate will be formed. Okay, so this is happening in the case of displacement reaction. That is a highly reactive metal, ferrous than copper, highly reactive metal or zinc also, highly reactive metal will displace a low reactive metal, copper, a low reactive metal. Displace means it will take its position, it will remove this one and take its position, ferrous sulfate. The high reactive metal will displace a low reactive metal in its solution. This is called displacement reaction. I hope the idea is clear.